Alrighty, so here we are back playing some more Tropico 6, and today we are moving on to hopefully the final episode in the mission Battle Royale. Just depending, I'll try and make it as far as I possibly can, probably only playing the ×3 speed, ×4, whatever it is. And yeah, hopefully we can close this mission out today. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so last thing we were doing, yeah, ×4 speed. And the very last thing that we were doing was getting the economy sort of wrestled under control and trying to arrest all of the spies that were currently moving onto the island. On top of that, we were getting people to move onto the island, and it looks like we're doing pretty good now. So let's go ahead and actually change this to probably skilled workers. No, let's just do Tropico first. And I think we should be in a pretty good spot. What is wrong with sugar production? Sugar production, there should be no issues with it, although we're probably going to need more teamsters. So let's look into... Oh, you know what? That could work pretty well. Let's go ahead and do that, and then I suppose a little 2x1 could go there. Perfect. So hopefully getting some more teamsters onto the island will get some more goods moved around. It's probably our only main issue right now. Making jobs, lots of homeless families, so we should try and build up a number of houses and stuff for the foreseeable future. So it's actually looking to doing that now. It's going to be pretty important to keep up with this sort of thing. Let's do you. That one, do the exact same thing here. And let's go ahead and do just a couple parks out front. Perfect, so that's what, 8 times 3 is like 24 new families right there. And let's actually keep the budgets on the second to lowest budget, not the lowest budget. Cool. Getting families to move in. Maybe right around here we can do like another little block. In the very least, just throw some houses up against the... Ooh, we could fit one here, and then I kind of like the idea of something like... maybe that. And then come through and... park it on up. Cool, we could probably do some more of the same all along. We should repair any burned down houses, and it'd probably be a good idea to set up a fire station as well. Let's throw it right there. And I reckon we can do a number of houses all along here. I think that's fine. Cool. Hopefully that is enough houses. It probably won't be. We'll probably have to build up some more with a little bit of time, but at least we will. Ooh, look at that. 0 people are moving in. That's decent. Communist, militarist, and then I guess we're going with industrialist. I sort of forgot. No, yeah, we are going with industrialist. Bam, bam, bam. Bunch of new houses. Looks like we are starting to hone in on that. Someone who works in a tavern. That's kind of a shame. Unless she marries someone who makes like at least $11 a month, then she's gonna be poor for the foreseeable future. Let's leave this on one budget lower. High pressure, water jet nozzles. Put fires out just a little bit quicker. Let's look at the overall happiness. Nothing too crazy. Oh no, the Caribbean happiness is higher than ours. So we should sort of try and get our happinesses up a bit. I would say most notably, it would probably be a good idea to set up a hospital. Yes, and currently we do not have one, so let's look into that. New hospital. And I suppose here's as good a spot as any. Oh yes, and I actually got a comment recently, and someone was talking about the plastics plant that we were working with here, as well as the oil trade deal that we had. Yeah, so currently we don't have an oil trade deal anymore, so we'll have to produce our own oil. But what was happening was the oil was getting delivered to the dock, and if the plastics plant here needed oil, then they would go and pick up that oil from the dock. And so then the goods in our storage here weren't being processed at all. So now we gotta allow processing. I shied away from allow processing for a long time, but I think it is finally time to enact this. As long as we don't allow oil to be exported, then even if some gets delivered to the dock, we should be okay. So now, hopefully, this will be taken care of, and that's pretty cool. Brand new hospital coming in. What are we missing here? Nickel. I believe we have nickel mines. Yes, but we do not really have workers for it. And with this, we can max out the budget. We can get ambulance treatment and the upgrade. So we're providing 80 service quality to quite a number of people who might need medical treatment. And so that's really quite nice. Let's go ahead and throw in some parks out front. Nice and simple, something like that. And we almost have all the spies that we needed arrested. Cool. Let's check in on Social Security. $11 a month. That's good. Courthouse isn't going to generate us. Ooh, it is generating us a little bit of money. Lock them up. Let's change this to convict labor. And it would also probably be a good idea to knock out one of the achievements. The Register of Samarkand would require the Pirate Cove. Cool. Okay, so I think that what we can do is... Where are the pyramids at? Yeah, okay. Cool, yes. So I think we'll get the Sphinx, the pyramids, and we might as well pick up the Registan of Samarkand. Registan. I misspelled it in my comment on my previous video, but I think this will be pretty good because it'll pretty much eliminate the need for high school, so we might as well pick it up. It is really overpowered, and typically I don't like building too many of the like wonders or whatever they're called. Yeah, world wonders. The only issue that I have with this potentially is the fact that this could, I think this is a Middle Eastern wonder, and I think the Sphinx and the pyramids of Giza are all going to be part of that. And so we might make the Middle East really upset with us once we make it into the modern times era, so that could potentially be an issue. Sugar's going out. Plastics, steel, rum. We should probably turn off sugar exports because leaving it on probably won't cause anything bad to happen, but we could potentially end up selling our sugar, which of course isn't going to be too great. Healthcare, happiness, let's go ahead and check that. Praise a faction, let's praise the communists, blame no one, promise nothing.
Do any of these offers look good to you?
And what I'm thinking is
strictly legitimate.
We could get down some police stations as well. That could be a pretty viable decision. We could also just destroy a number of houses. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and demolish these 4 houses. Ooh, you know what? I just like envisioned a lot of things all at once there. Okay, so what we can do is put a police station like this, and we can technically just shorten these houses that we had previously had. And then I'm thinking we can also put some there. Cool. So that all seems fine. We can electrify all these. 201 megawatts. $26,000. We have enough electricity with one more bump there, so let's electrify all of the housing. Cool. Let's actually bring it up 2 bumps, because these houses are going to be electrified even though they just got constructed, because we use control click. Then let's max out the budget on our police stations, get the second shift upgrade, and let's go and research these. Which, World Wars, oh, we already researched it. That gives us access to Always on Duty. So now, crime safety all over the island should start to markedly go up, and that'll be really good for us. I think another one right here would be a good spot. So let's go ahead and demolish all of this on up. And another police station. And another couple of houses. I think that will only do one here and then instead put a park here. Just like that. Cool. So there's all of that. Population, still a number of homeless families, unemployed. The wealth should be doing alright. Parking deck worker, that really sucks. Nothing I can do about that. Plantation worker, construction office. Yeah, it's just people who don't quite have jobs.
Can I help you?
Ah, what a day.
See? So good to see.
May I just squeeze past, please?
Yeah, that really sucks that the parking deck only gives a wage of $7 a month. That's so low. Electrify that. So even on the lower budget here, the second to lowest budget, once these houses are electrified, we're getting a service quality or a housing quality of 74. So that's really, really good, actually. Max out budget, always on duty, second shift, perfect. So now crime safety in this entire area should be doing pretty good. Cool, cool, cool. And we're already up to over $250,000, which is really nice. And now we probably need to click on at least one more spy and have them arrested.
Busy. Let me be.
Arrest. Let's
Please
click
excuse me.
on just like a
I'm
couple of
so
them.
stressed.
I am sorry, not that looks nice. I feel like I'm being watched.
Hola.
Ah, what a day.
Just because we've been sitting on 9 for like, you know, a while, I'd rather get moving quicker, sooner rather than later. Cool, let's get the Dunder still upgrade because it seems like we're chewing through a lot of our sugar very quickly. And let's actually hire in a couple of workers on our sugar plantations. High school, that's all probably doing fine.
We have learned much
Ooh.
from interrogating Wyndham's spies. Some of it sounds made up, but something has to be true, even if it is just by coincidence.
Plans to assassinate you with an exploding cigar. Plans to sink ships using dolphins equipped with tin openers. Plans to manipulate the weather with high-frequency sounds. Plans to bug the palace using microphones implanted in cats. And, Presidente, apparently the fat dolphin statue has 2 pieces. Okay.
Between Wyndham's absurd outburst and what we discovered from his spies, we have a breakthrough, Presidente.
It seems the melon-headed dolphin isn't a beluga, whatever that is, but a narwhal. It's like a unicorn, but with fins. When Bandana Gomez purchased the statue, it still had the horn, but it broke off while he was raiding the tombs of the Izca. We must search the ruins before Wyndham gets his hands on that tusk. Interesting, so we need to have 4 ancient ruins, activate the work mode unofficial scavenging site for at least one of them. Interesting, so let's go ahead and do that for literally all of them. Ancient ruins. And we need to find them. I know for a fact that there's one over here. So let's do you. I hope they're not like blending in. I know for a fact there's one there. There's one here. I had a feeling that there was one close. Yeah, they do super blend in. What is this? Ooh, Tropico. Nice. There's one up here. I kind of would rather them be closer. I knew that there'd be one on the island. Okay, so then there's one on this little island. That's a pretty neat spot. This is kind of a cool island. Like a cool map. Let's do one here. And I suppose we can do wherever this one was. Up there. Let's go ahead and quick build. Oh, we actually can't quick build. How annoying. That's fine. All we need to do is do landings. Must be placed on a beach reaching into the water. Is this not a beach that reaches into the water? So we have to bridge across this, I reckon. That's fine though. And then we can simply do something like this. And then something like that. That. This and that. Cool, so there's that one. And then this one, all we need to do is... let's do a landing, I guess. So it's got a bit of a curvy road to it. Let's quick build you. Let's put a parking deck here. And start building a road on up. Cool, cool, cool. And another parking deck here. Quick build. All of this once it's all done. Quick build, quick build. Quick build. And let's put down some poor housing up here. Let's do... honestly, we could do, I guess, a flop house. Probably fine. Quick build. Let's max out the budget, electrify it, give the highest housing quality that we can possibly get. Max out the budgets on these, and then we're also going to need a substation, which right here should be totally adequate. Let's max out the budget here. This sucks that it's only for tourists only. I wish we could change that, but it should be okay. What we need to do is unofficial scavenging site. I think that's the one we needed, right? Unofficial scavenging site. This building has no visitor slots. The base building, or the base wage, is increased by 200%. The building decreases crime safety nearby by 15. The building generates money for the Swiss bank account. Cool. Let's go ahead and do that with all of them. So a wage of $39 a month. That's pretty high up there. Let's go ahead and quick build all of these now. Cool. There we go. And let's go with unofficial scavenging site for all of those. Interesting.
Presidente, it is no good. There are so many traps and puzzles in the ruins, and no health packs anywhere to be found.
But fear not, Loyal Penultimo has a cunning plan. To find the narwhal tusk before Wyndham, we simply need more explorers. Tourists love archaeology. If we instruct them to turn any lost artifacts, that is how you spell artifacts, into the information center in exchange for a worthless prize, they'll do the searching for us. Have tourists visit ancient ruins. We need 40, and then we get tourist rating,
Seen the stock prices, Presidente?
which isn't amazing. So this is a bit of an unforeseen thing to happen. I didn't expect to build any tourism at all, but I guess we're gonna have to do at least a little bit of tourism. So let's do this, that, this, that. These will probably be the only ones that we'll end up constructing.
Sure, the good citizens of Tropico.
Allow everyone to vote freely. And then we're also gonna need tourist ports. At least one. I suppose down here is a good spot. Quick build you on up. Max out the budget. Max out the budget here. Hotel Camarote. We don't need the upgrades for this. Let's see. Flower lay dispenser. Why not? Okay, that seems fine for me. Or to me. And now what we need to do is try and get really high service qualities on this. So all we need to do is change these to theme park exploitation preferred by relaxation thrill seeking child tourists. The base fee is increased by 10%. The base service quality is increased by 5, which gives 99 service quality. That's really good. Okay, so we'll do that for all of them. Theme park. The base fee is increased by 300. The visitors need to be filthy rich. The base wage is increased by 5. Workers require college education. Visitor slots decrease. The building generates knowledge, not preferred by any tourist type. Almost pristine. Let's see. Ooh, service quality of 106. What? Why is it giving... I guess we go with almost pristine on these then. Cool. So that's 106. 110, jeez. 113, jeez. 113. It must be scaling off of the nearby beauty. That's probably exactly what it is. But that's fine. So... this should work out pretty well for us. Tourists will come and show up. and the highest service quality, what's it called? Entertainment
Election
buildings for
is
them to
a
visit.
landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce.
The highest quality service buildings for them to visit are, of course, going to be the good old-fashioned ancient ruins, and so that's pretty cool. We build this parking deck up here, and it should give our, what's it called, tourist access to cars, and then they should be able to do this and that. So now they can get there, and then all we need to do is build up some parking decks next to each of these. And so that would be a pretty smart move. So let's go ahead and do that. By building up parking decks next to each of the, what's it called? By building up parking decks next to each of these, it's going to allow the... Oh, you know what? That's probably going to harshly decrease beauty. 106. Still 106. Okay, no, it's fine. By building these parking decks up, it should allow the tourists to be able to drive literally from their hotels all the way to each of them. And so that is going to be pretty good. Let's do this, that, a bit of this and that. Max out the budget. Camera surveillance. So they have access to literally almost all of them. Road access, that is. Max out budget. Cool. And so now, should be in a pretty good spot. Every single one of the ancient ruins are completely visitable by our tourist. Amazing stuff. So now what we gotta do is really just hope that they prefer to go to, what's it called, on the way to their hotels. Yeah, this first pack, see, they had to walk all the way here, right? But then the next pack of tourists should all just drive on out there. Yeah, see, I don't know why they would want to walk whenever they should be able to just hop into cars. So we can keep an eye on the tourist in each building. Those little green arrows. Hopefully they don't want to walk all the way to their destination. That is a shame. Let's see. Where are you going?
Very authentic.
Current activity, leisure. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Economy liner. It's all looking pretty good to me. Visitor slots. Visitor slots. Oh yeah, nice. Look at that. Perfect. So all of these tourists are already on their way, and that's like all 10, so that's pretty good for us. Almost up to $250,000. That's pretty nice. The storage for iron, coal, steel. So we need to turn on allow processing for all of these. Okay. Good to know that that's how I should have been setting that up. Good to learn things. Cool. Nickel. Do we not have any people wanting to work in the nickel mines? Then we will hire them from off the island then. Lots of vacant jobs. Did I build up a lot of jobs recently? What is going on? I don't want to hire too many people because it means that we're going to have to go through and... we're going to have to go build up a bunch of new housing. Alrighty. So, I mean, hiring in a couple of workers, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. Then again, I could just start building up a lot of housing. That would probably be a pretty good idea. Maybe on over in this area, since I'm going to be going with more residential buildings like apartments, maybe this isn't a bad idea. Let's just get these down for now. And let's look at electrifying all these. 126 megawatts, $5,000, which isn't an issue, but the electricity probably will be. 126? And we need 126, okay. Let's go ahead and actually set up another power plant. Definitely a good idea. Just do that one there. And you know what, screw it, let's go ahead and electrify all these now. That's giving us 65 housing quality on a medium budget. If the building is completely full, then we're almost netting $120 off of a full apartment, which is pretty good. That also means that we can start getting a lot of families on the island pretty easily. Already though, people don't really want to live over in this area because it's going to be too far away from their job sites. Even here, curious. Homeless families, unemployed, lots of vacant jobs. Well, maybe we just let things kind of chillax for a while. I do really like this area, and I can't wait to see it actually become like a skyscraper part of our city. 6 people already visited our ancient ruins. Pretty decent. Prison over here. Even though this is giving 65 job quality and a wage of $10 a month, nobody really wants to live over here or work over here. Kind of annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow, look at that. It's so close to being all the way there, but sadly we won't make it. Ooh, so close. What a shame. That would have been really cool to connect that up, even though we probably wouldn't be able to use that corner. I think it still would have looked nice. 4, 5, 6, 7. Drag this road all the way down to here, and then we can simply connect all of these on up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way to here, there, here, there, here, there. Cool, so that's all looking pretty good. We can demolish you on up, drag you out to here, rotate you to be more like that, rotate you to be more like this, drag this out to there, this up to there. Maybe what we do is something like this, and then we can put a little 2x1 here. Cool, I think that looks pretty neat, and now we're set up for hopefully the next era. Let's actually do just a bit more partitioning of all of our land out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, wow, look at that. It actually won't let us build up to here. Kind of a shame, but again, not the end of the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, there. Just throw that road as far as we can go in that direction. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool, look at that. Completely have this entire area set up for the entire next era, so that'll be really, really neat. We can just start throwing down tons and tons of offices, and they really come together. And also, we got a pretty cool shot. Tropico. And it'd be really, really nice if we make it to the next era, and then, what's it called? This is all just like skyscrapers there. That'll be pretty cool. Cool, cool, cool. Too bad we can't go into a faster speed setting. But while we're here, we might as well use our Spy Academy to go and steal the Great Sphinx. Might as well get that done. Making so much money that we might as well start focusing on another sort of happiness. I think that'll be good. Let's first and foremost set up a police station here. I suppose here's as good a spot as any, and we can throw in some real simple parks. Quick build you, max out the budget, always on duty, second shift. What other happinesses are we going to want to focus on? Liberty's up really high, crime safety's getting there. Job quality, once we start bumping up all of the budgets on all the job sites, then that'll go up. And everything's looking pretty good. Our overall happiness is above the Caribbean happiness. Food happiness could go up a fair bit, but we actually don't have any groceries or anything. Lumber mills, no one wants to work in those, or maybe it's just the fact that we don't have lumberjacks. Let's go ahead and hire people in for those then. Stimulating the economy is always important. Four new buildings need these 2 upgrades. And that means that we're going to have 28 new people, which means a lot more homeless families to build up a neighborhood for. And I'm kind of thinking, you know what we could even do? Is what if we make like a little, like actual neighborhood out here? I don't think that's a terrible idea. Let's do something like that. We can build parking deck right in the middle. And then we can do maybe just a church. We can build them a little clinic up here. We can build their very own police station, I think would be a good move. Then we can build them up a restaurant. Max out the budget there, max out the budget here, max out the budget there, second shift, always on duty, max out the budget here, there, freezer upgrade, both of these upgrades for everything, pompous bells for everything, and then a real cool 2x1 park I think would be nice. And then all we gotta do is build up a couple of houses out over here. You can do something real simple like this. Electrify this all and throw in some parks out front. Cool. And all these instantly got filled in. Of course they did. And maybe what else we can do is actually throw in a couple more. Don't need to max out the budgets and electrify these all. Even these all got filled in instantly, so let's do even more until we run out. Okay, now we're starting to run into some of the houses being vacant out this way, so we'll call that good. Cool. It's all looking pretty good to me. So now, these people should be relatively quite happy. Residential occupancy should be all full. You don't have a job yet. And we have police now. Cool, cool, cool. Very good to see. 18 visitors so far, pretty decent. Tourist ship just brought a bunch of new tourists in. Still missing a few, but hopefully pretty soon we should get all of the tourists visited. And yeah, as we can see now, the tourists are starting to really use their vehicles, and so let's see where they go. Yeah, this looks to be many of the people that just showed up, and so let's see if they go into their, what's it called, hotel room, and then they should, ideally, go right back out, get into the parking deck, and use that to get to the, what's it called, on over to the ancient ruins, but I don't think that they're doing this yet. Not sure what the issue is. I mean, I gave them everything that they needed for this to all work out, but for some reason they don't really want to do it. I mean, they'll get there eventually. We're already halfway to our goal, so won't fuss too much about it. Coal stock, so we need to do something with the coal. Nickel workers still struggling with that a bit. Let's go ahead and hire these all in. Probably gonna need to build up this neighborhood just a little bit more then. What I'm kind of thinking is we can do something like this. Let's actually demolish this set of roads. Build it straight down like that. Demolish this. Build like this, like that. Like this. Like that. And that gives us a little bit more freedom to place buildings. A little more exact. Houses. Build you on up. Oh no, we weren't supposed to have done that one. Or this one. We'll leave that one though. And we can fit in one more house here. All we gotta do is make sure that these are all electrified. This one actually wasn't supposed to be built either. Those were supposed to all be parks, so let's go ahead and do that. And then what I'm kind of thinking is we do parks all throughout here. And then we'll
Were you
build...
followed? No, but I put the tail on you myself. See, it is from a donkey. Do not question my methods.
I bring bad news. Your friend Wyndham is persuading his allies in the west to invade Tropico before we can develop your islands as ballistic missile sites. Which reminds me, here's your invitation to join the nuclear family. I suggest you get to work before they can mount an invasion. Have a nuclear program, have a nuclear power plant, activate work mode, uranium enrichment for at least one nuclear power plant, develop a nuclear bomb. Too bad that we actually, I wonder if the other side is going to give us a way to advance to the modern times. I think that would be probably the method that we go with. I kind of don't want to build up nuclear bombs. They're expensive. They take a lot of electricity. Weapons factories, nickel workers. Let's go and look at various goods. Seems like our goods are all getting pushed around as needed. So that probably won't be an issue. Chrome tanning, grab that. Sugar plantations, let's go ahead and just hire in workers for this.
We have it, Presidente.
Cool.
The tusk of the alabaster narwhal. I have glued it all back together. Look, he's my little sea unicorn. I call him Presidente Junior.
Of course, Wyndham will be furious that we have both parts of his statue. It would be unwise to provoke him, but so much fun. Let us release pictures of you and Presidente Junior to all the world's newspapers. Interesting.
You completed my narwhal. Oh, now the gloves are off. We Wyndhams fear nothing, except for lichen, and Clarkens, and coconuts.
By now, my spies will have infiltrated Tropican society so completely that even I couldn't tell you who is a Tropican, who is a spy, and who is a coconut. Enjoy my political sabotage, Presidente. My spies will tear your nation apart, faction by faction. Then I'll take my narwhal.
Oh, Presidente, that it would come to this. For how many years have I prayed for you
Interesting.
to become less boneheaded?
Anathema, so that's really quite annoying. Instantly we got hit with a, what's it called? We got hit with one of the factions, what are they called? We should probably build a nuclear power plant and move on to the next era as quickly as possible. But we instantly got hit with one of the faction's ultimatums, which is really unfortunate. And so that's also going to decrease support quite heavily. It's going to decrease a lot of the people who follow the religious faction. Their, what's it called? Yeah, personal experience, minus 15. And so that's all of these people here. Minus 15. Anyone who follows the religious faction, they get a nice penalty to their support for El Presidente. That's quite unfortunate. Let's go ahead and set up the mine. We don't want to hang out in this area for too long, strictly because of that. There is a uranium mine here. Probably gonna have to do it sideways so that we can build a road. Like this. And then I kind of want to make it a little off centered so that it doesn't look silly. Let's do this, that, this, that. And we can curve this around onto there, then to here. And then we can quick build you. Max out the budget. And let's just hire in workers for this, and then all we need is a nuclear power plant, and then a nuclear bomb to be built. Let's actually... We could set this up on this beach area. Ooh, look at this. I like this. Go and quick build that. We have so much money. Max out the budget there. Change this to uranium enrichment, which means that we just need to research it. Nuclear power plant.
I'd like to think that we're friends.
I'd like to think we're friends. Uranium enrichment, holding basin, lead shielding, why not? And then all we gotta do is build up a nuclear program. Cool. So easy peasy. Shouldn't take too long at least. Let's have it downtown, right? Who wouldn't want a nuclear program built downtown? Let's see if we can build up in this area. I kind of doubt it. It's gonna be too uneven, yeah. Had a feeling. Ooh, but I think here we can get away with it. Quick build you. Max out the budget. Now we gotta do is wait for workers to show up. Let's just hire in all the workers that we're gonna need for this. Maxing out the budget means that we're gonna be spending kind of a lot of money on this building every month, and then as soon as all these workers are here, we'll click build bomb. Cool, cool, cool. Oh no, I clicked build bomb too soon. Hopefully it... Oh, it seems like the bomb status is fine though.
Hit by the mummy's curse, and I'm not even reporting in. The block.
Cool. I had to spend a bit of money to continue stealing the... I think... What are we stealing first? The pyramids? The Sphinx? I think we're stealing the Sphinx first. Had to spend a bit of money for that, but that's fine. The reason that these... What's it called? Buildings, I think, are getting done so quickly, like, they don't have enough goods, is because we maxed out the efficiency. Or the budgets, right? All of these lumber mills, so it'd probably be a good idea to build even more lumber mills, but... Hopefully we don't run into issues with that. Do we have more?
Mind control lasers are finally in orbit, Presidente. Alas, not precisely in Earth orbit, owing to a teensy hitch in the launch trajectory. Reporting in.
That's a lot of money, but it's okay. Develop a nuclear bomb. Shouldn't take too long. Hopefully they're getting it done fairly quickly, which they are, and
This
instantly.
isn't over. Not by a long shot, nor a short shot, and definitely, absolutely not by any kind of medium shot. I abhor doing things by halves.
Okay. The escalation Wyndham spies have triggered is now over. Good. So I think that was the anathema ultimatum. Yeah, anathema has ended. That's good. So a number of our buildings were on fire. It doesn't look like too many. Yeah, it was just one fire, but helicopters put that out quite easily. We also built up a third lumber mill. That's why we were also probably chewing through all of our logs very quickly.
Cold War? A special report from Canal Uno reveals the answer. El Presidente. We never doubted it.
Cool, cool, cool. And as soon as this bomb's done, we'll be in the modern times era. Which is now.
Well done, Presidente. Soviet Russia is now your unshakable ally. Regrettably, we are now closing Soviet Russia. New Glasnost Russia opens on Tuesday.
Cool, but don't worry. Except about Wyndham. Him you should worry about. However, he has lost favor with the Americans and has to call in something of a royal favor. He has vengeance in his eyes and VENGEANCE tattooed on his knuckles. I don't think he likes you very much.
Presidente,
Cool.
the Cold War is over. The future is now present, and the present...
As the Iron Curtain becomes scrap metal, El Presidente says, how much for that?
How much for that? Their efficiency is increased. We'll do paid healthcare. That'll give us...
Terrible storms are approaching Tropico. I do not think they are a natural occurrence. The meteorological map spells out vengeance in low pressure systems.
Cool. Let's go ahead and pause things up. Now we can get into pretty much the single most important of things. Let's actually demolish up all of these. You know what? Let's cancel that because there's a small probability that we'll need tourists at some point. But what we're going to do is focus completely on getting a lot of educated people. So literacy program, I hope I turned that on. Literacy program, let's turn that on. It'd also probably be a good idea for Cold War spelling bee. Spelling bee will be pretty good as well. So let's go ahead and grab that. That'll be a lot of, we want as many college educated people as possible. In the Cold War, anything else that we want? I don't think so. We could get knowledge 5 though. I mean, why not? Why not?
You know we are.
Cool. And then, so let's go and check in on this high school. It's completely full. Let's max out the budget. Interactive education. Let's actually get another high school built downtown in the new downtown area. And how's our college doing? The college is doing fine, so that's good. And then let's also get a second library built downtown. Go and quick build you one up. Let's max out the budget. Academic department, ebook shelves. And let's do support public services. So now the high schools should be getting the bonus of 30% from support public services. So it looks like we're going to need at least one more.
The citizens are demanding a...
What's the lowest happiness? It looks like food happiness? No, job happiness. I mean, not much we can do about that though. Blame, superpowers, no one promised nothing.
Would any of these be of interest to you? It's all strictly above board, of course.
Support public services, it's up to 30, budget modifier, the upgrade, edict modifiers, amazing stuff. So now, these high schools should shovel students out pretty quickly. And with that, all we need to do now is ensure that anyone moving here, let's actually do this as well. Go down here, change this to skilled workers. Let's get security controls, why not? And the main thing is we just need to build up tons and tons of offices. And then we can also go through and modernize all of our apartments. How much will it be to modernize all of them? 57,000. Let's do it. Cool, look at that. And then we can get solar panel windows for all of them. So another 21k. But housing quality of 80. And we're netting 144 off of each of them. So I think a little bit more money. Max out, or let's go ahead and quick build you. Office. We should also probably build up a bank. We already have one bank. So let's go ahead and leave it for now. And then we can change the courthouse. All we need to do is research it. And we can change this to business law. Then we can max out the budget. Due process. And perfect. So now this building should net us some pretty decent money. As you can see, it was losing us money every month. 128. Now it's almost making us money because we have one office. This made us $1,200 in 1 month. That's insane. So let's get another office down then. Let's do this one here. Max out the budget. Don't need water coolers. And so now 62, negative 62. Let's see if it's netting us profit. No, but that's fine. But as we're starting to make money, it's going to be a good idea to start getting down some military buildings. Let's build like a full-on military base. Let's demolish up the entire sugar, this entire area over here, sugar and corn. And then we had 1, 2, 3 cattle ranches. We'll demolish this all up and instead turn it into a ginormous military base. And we'll replace all that stuff with some other goodies, and that'll be good. Let's do an army base. Well, first off, let's do a fort here. Then we can do an army base. Here. And then we can do a barracks here, and then another one here. And then we can throw in some parks. Cool. So we'll replace all of the agricultural buildings that we just destroyed with some other stuff, and that'll be good. Another 2x1 square. Cool, this will all be really quite nice. Let's put high priority, high priority, high priority. And this army here should be able to pretty much stomp out anything that we'll ever run into. $10,000 for motorized infantry. Another $25,000 for special training. It'll probably be a good idea to get down all of the, what's it called, fancy new stuff before we make it too far into debt here. Hydroponic plantations, we wanted, I think, 2 sugars, right? 2 sugars and then a corn. And then we had factory ranches. We had, I think, 2 cattle. And we had 3 cattle. And then a pig ranch. But you know what? The pig ranch probably isn't going to be too important. Let's do 2 sheep ranches instead. I think that'll be a lot better. Let's actually do 3. Where do these roads go? Okay, so we have cattle. And what I want is actually sheep. Sheep, cattle. Then we can just wrap this whole thing with roads. Perfect. Look at this entire area springing to life. Amazing stuff. And so this should provide us with more hides than we'll ever need, more sugar than we should ever need, and we probably need to get down rubber at some point.
Presidente, Operation Stony Kitty is a success. The agents are returning from Egypt with the limestone sculpture molecularly dissolved in Egyptian wine.
Cool. So now we can build, I think, what's it called? The pyramids. Might as well throw them down. That'd be pretty cool. And what we're going to want to do is actually change this to max out the budget. Modernize weaponry, arsenal upgrade. We don't need utility installations. And then let's put this on, we'll just leave it on defensive and have them defend buildings. Max out the budgets on these. Defend buildings, defend buildings, defend buildings. Defend buildings. Cool. Now this is going to be all rather quite expensive, but in the very least we are getting a bunch of offices down, so that'll be a net positive, I would say, ultimately, in the end. Max out the budget on the army base. Reactive armor, so now these are Mark II tanks, so they're really quite beefy. And as you can see, the fort is giving the arsenal upgrade to all of these military buildings here.
I'm authorized to say the planet is in grave danger.
So we should never really run into issues with that. And now the entire military is up and running. We just gotta hope that, yeah, every single military building's ready to roll. That's cool. Let's actually just buy a bunch of workers for this.
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico...
I run about freely. So 100 days and then we're going to have to survive the attack. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. And let's go and check in on this new office building. How much have you made us? $970. That's pretty good. That's why I never like building certain buildings. It's because they're really loud every time you like go by them. Like, that's so loud.
Has it really been a century? Have I wasted my life? Oh, but it is too late for regret. As God is my witness, the alabaster narwhal shall be mine.
These mercenaries did not come cheap, but I still have friends in rich places. I shall fight you on the beaches. I shall fight you in the hills. I shall fight you in the malls. I swear, I shall have that statue before I die, and some soup. I enjoy soup. Wyndham summons a
New
thunderstorm.
weather reports strongly suggest that all citizens should immediately.
The election is a landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce. It is true, the wind is stronger than usual, and thunder has been heard rumbling in the distance, but I assure you, the palace is in no danger.
So we have 55 or 155,000. Let's see how much this cost. Ooh, $25,000. So 2 tanks. I wonder if these are Mark II tanks. Are they? They're probably Mark I tanks. You can tell by zooming in on them. Oh wow, these are Mark II tanks. I've never seen enemies have Mark II tanks. And then 4 squads of infantry, but the thing is that our army is way stronger than theirs. Hang gliding building. Why are they so upset? The environmentalist. Oh, the factory ranches we made. That's fine. All we gotta do is... They're like the easiest faction to sort of appease. Build hang gliding. Some are cool. I wonder if this one
I
single...
have something I would like you to do.
You're a friend of the.
I wonder if this one single tank can withstand this fight. They're probably gonna end up losing, but they'll take a lot of enemies out with them, I think. If they survive long enough for some what's it called to show up, then there's a pretty decent chance that they actually survive. Point blank tank shots. Oh wow, this one single Mark II just wiped out like 4 enemy squads. That's kind of intense. They destroyed our nuclear program. Do we still have the nuclear bomb in here? No, they destroyed our nuclear bomb. How annoying. 2 Mark IIs versus 2 Mark IIs. That's a cool fight.
Wyndham is overconfident, Presidente. He expects direct action, but we shall remove his support and give him a political hernia.
Wyndham is officially backed by the European Union and reinforced financially by your good friend Prince Thari. I will work on a plan to ground the Europeans. Meanwhile, you must encourage the prince to cut off Wyndham's allowance. We shall send him to bed without any supper. Remove Wyndham's support from the Middle East and Europe. Wait for Penultima to come up with an idea. Cool. So we ended up winning the battle. And we didn't even lose a single troop, I don't think. Good, good, good. And now all we gotta do is hope that our offices start to really rake in a lot of money for us. So let's just continue building these on up for the foreseeable future. Of course, max out the budgets. And the more we build, the more money that the courthouse will end up netting. Now we're in the positive with this building. Pretty good.
This just in. The disastrous thunderstorms have ended. Thank you, El Presidente, for your sacrifice to Chak, the Mayan weather god.
Cool, we just gotta keep on building these on up pretty much forever. I'm gonna do another one over here.
You are here about the mercenaries I bought for Wyndham, yes? I know I should have asked you first, but it seemed like fun, and I had a spare $1 burning a hole in my pocket.
Oh, you were angry with me. How very interesting. I do not think anyone has shown that kind of face to me before. Fascinating. Well, I know you are a terribly resourceful leader. I'm certain you can find some way to get out of this fix. Lovely to see you again.
I never trusted Prince Thari, Presidente. He's too friendly. Do you have a plan to remove his funding from Wyndham's pockets?
Blackmail, you say? My mood improves. Let me see. We steal some world landmarks, place them upon an island, then prepare documents proving that Prince Thari owns that island. He must then do as you say, or we leak this location and destroy his reputation. A simple, yet over-complicated scheme. Presidente, you are amazing. 3 world wonders, build them on the arid island with the acid lakes, invite Middle East to an embassy, reach a relation of 80 with the Middle East. Easy peasy. So all we gotta do is... we already have 1 world wonder ready for us. Now we gotta do is get more. And so let's go ahead and first start off with Cyber Operations Center. Now we are stealing stuff that they are going to want, which isn't amazing. And we're actually running terribly low on money, which is a bit of a concern. So we might need to, pretty soon, tone things down a bit. Concerning. Max out the budget on these. Max out the budget on those. Yeah, we're getting a bit spend heavy.
Uno is delighted to report that farmers will enjoy additional rainfall in the days ahead. And strong winds mean extra work for hairdressers. Wonderful!
Oh yeah, I forgot that we
It
what's
is
it called
true. The wind is stronger.
We put our media buildings on different work modes a long time ago. Oh, more tanks are showing up. They destroyed our Cyber Operations Center. Our entire military is just a bit too far away. So they're getting in here and like destroying a lot of stuff before we really have a chance to stop them. They're getting away with it. And they're causing us a lot of grief. This is very, very expensive to deal with. Yeah, we're way in the negative now. That was kind of dumb. We get a free aircraft carrier though. Let's queue this bad boy on up. Outside of map bounds. Oh, look at that. Perfect.
The planet is in grave danger.
As the storms abate, Canal Uno asks, were you struck by lightning? Were you struck twice? Call in now!
Oh wow, look at this. They actually did some pretty decent damage in this fight. That's insane. We had 2 tanks on them. That's kind of nuts. They destroyed our nuclear program again. Really annoying. We're gonna have to wait for us to make some money this time before we queue that up. Let's go ahead and open this up. The Great Pyramids of Giza. Go ahead and steal that. Then we can come over here and simply throw in. I don't think it's terribly important how we go about doing this, but all we gotta do is throw this down. We'll be in a good spot. Let's go ahead
What has
and...
4 feet in the morning, but only 3 in the evening?
Whilst you plot against Prince Tari, Presidente, I have been scheming against the EU. Wyndham still has their support. So, we must connoble them.
With the right application of hacking and fake news, we can utterly divide the United Kingdom on the issue of staying in the EU or leaving. We can promise them all sorts of wonderful, ridiculous things if they break their ties with Brussels. It shall be the perfect cybercrime, Presidente. Have a cyber operations center. Complete the code word Lonely Island raid. The raid can be executed at Cyber Operations Center. Invite EU to an embassy. And so we just need 2 embassies, and I think we have 1, right? Yes, we have 1. Invite the Middle East. And then we need another one. And to invite the other guys, whatever their names are. Let's put this one downtown. Let's put it right here. Cool. 700, 700, 500. Max out the budgets. 700. Amazing stuff. And we just need to continue this trend. Once we get even more offices in, then we'll be making money every month, no matter what. So just need to keep on building those on up. And invite the EU. They don't hate us nearly as much as the other guys hate us, but it's not too bad.
It seems you did as we requested.
Cool. And then what we can do to really start getting a lot of standing with these two is just like import cheap goods, like small deals from them. Anything with a low amount of volume, because with a low volume we'll get it done pretty quickly and we'll get points for both accepting the deals, signing contracts, as well as completing these contracts. We can sign something like 7,000 meat, probably pretty easy to pull off. I'm hoping that, yeah, so these right here are gonna need more corn, right? Selective breeding, fiber fertilization, grab that.
Hey, Presidente, I could use some help.
Build a shopping mall. Let's go ahead and put down, I'm thinking at least, in the very least, 2 more corn plantations. Fairly important that we can produce all the goods that we need. Max out the budget, select a breeding. Perfect. That should be fine. There's the European one, code word Lonely Island. Cyber Operations Center. Open raid. Where is Lonely Island at? Oh, here it is. Code word Lonely Island. Cool. And then, do we still have a pirate cove? Yes, we do. We can still literally any other world wonder and we'll be totally fine. I don't want to do the Register of Samarkand because this is what's it called? Thing that they want. Middle Eastern place, I'm pretty sure. The Registand of Samarkand. What about... Who has the what's it called? We don't want anything from Europe, so Brandenburg Gate, Stonehenge, the Hagia Sophia, I'm pretty sure is in Europe. The Great Wall of China isn't a bad idea, I don't think. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Because if we can get away with that, then that might allow us to kind of negate any military attacks on us for the foreseeable future. Sheep, sheep, sheep. The reason I wanted the sheep is because we'll be getting both wool and milk. And the big thing is the wool, right? So, you know what? Let's actually change this to llamas, because llamas are going to allow us to get way more wool. And so in getting wool, we'll be in this really cool position where we'll have a lot of wool, and then if we set up some cotton plantations, then we'll have everything we need to create textiles, and that'll be pretty neat. Lots of coal sitting out here. Still no one wants to work in the nickel mines.
The future of healthcare or a billion-dollar scam for American pharmaceutical corporations? Canal Uno suspects you already know the answer.
Let's modernize these two. Let's max out their budgets, just because I'm getting tired of seeing our weapons factory not producing simply because we don't have the nickel. So by getting these two mines turned into automated mines, it should really help out with that. Did we consume all of our oil as time went on? Yes, we did. Finally. That's crazy. So we do need to start producing our own oil. Let's set up some oil wells, some pump jacks around. And you know what? I think we'll instead just simply set up one single oil rig out here in the ocean. Cool, cool, cool.
Dude, we were ready to digitize the pyramids, but as we were scanning them, we found a lot of bad blocks.
Spend the 15k.
Hack it.
That's fine.
I've got nothing against the
Build an offshore office. Probably won't end up doing that, but I think it's kind of cool. And so now we have all the world wonders queued up, and we just need to, for the foreseeable future, continue to make both of these superpowers happy with us by doing as many good trade deals with them as possible. Import bananas, 10,000. I mean, we'll take literally anything that we can get. Aluminum, we'll take it. What else? What else? We can export them cloth, but we don't have cloth. And then apparel. So what we could do is sign this cloth one, and then simply set up a textile mill. And this should be fine to do because we do have the wool, of course. I don't really like the way that any of these spots are set up, but I guess we'll take this. And so that should give us the cloth, and then what we can even do is sign this apparel deal. And all we need to do is set up a fashion company, but we'll wait to do the fashion company until after we sell all of the necessary cloth. Then we should be in a pretty good spot. And you know what we could even do is let's set up a car factory, vehicle factory. I think it's about time. 'Cause we have plenty of steel. Now nickel production should be absolutely through the roof. The Middle East hates us, which isn't great. We need to do something about that. Electricity, let's bump the budget up on this. Okay, 30 maxed out. Let's change this to electricity focus then. Cool. So that really helps out. And now we got to do is try and get the Middle East to not hate us as much. Just continue along with trade deals. Any trade deal that we can get. Anything. And we can even do, what's it called, this here. We can praise them. We need at least 41 though. Ooh, we can export them leather. That's a good one. Electronics, but we don't have electronics. That's fine. Take that. So we're starting to get them to like us. That's good. Praise these guys. Cool. Another 70k over here, but it's also counting... Oh no, we're actually starting to use up all of our coal. Oh no, there's 10,000 coal here, so...
Rule 2 says to deceive your...
Deliver coal to the
She cannot
Parco.
take it, Presidente. She needs more power.
Nice, that's probably fine. Setback complete. Cool.
Oh, wow. Is that a cleric? Woo!
Produce plastics. We're already producing plastics, that's nice. World Wonders. Remove his support. Continue to survive. I don't think that we've been attacked lately, which is a good thing. Carpet bombing. Checking on the population. Unemployed. We probably get away with another.
Strongly suggest that all citizens should immediately tie themselves to something. I'm tied to Baba.
Disaster of disasters. The crew is sobering up. Set sail for booty once more.
First rule of the art of war. Only fight battles you know you can win. It is true. The wind is stronger than...
Oh, finally, soldiers are coming in. Hopefully our aircraft carrier can deal with at least some of these guys before they destroy stuff. They're destroying the college. No. If they destroy the college, I'm going to be quite annoyed. Yeah, they get away with it. Do we at least destroy one of them? Yeah, we demolished that. Rebuild the college, $12,000 down the drain. They're also gonna almost take down this modern apartment, but at least we dealt with them there this time.
This just in. The disastrous thunderstorms have ended. Thank you, El Presidente, for your sacrifice to Chalk, the Mayan weather god.
Let's modernize this automated mine over here. Max out the budget. Oh no, that was kind of a mistake. We should have done this sooner. Maybe we can get away with a solar power plant. I'm starting to spend like way too much money though. I'm getting a bunch of like very expensive things. Well, look, we could build it here. I don't hate the idea of this. Quick build, yeah. Oh, we can't even quick build it. We don't have the money for it. That's fine though. We need to try to get like way into the positive. That would be pretty good. If we had like over $100,000, I'd be pretty happy. Solar power plant. Yeah, so we can't actually produce uranium until we have electricity, but we can't get electricity until we produce uranium. So it's just like...
There. After all...
Cool. So there's that. A meat deal. Good. Did we finish one of the World Wonders? No. Hopefully pretty close though. 61,000. Solar power plant going up. The Great Wall should be done soon. Max out the budget here. Get the upgrade. Cool. So we're just into the positive. Now we can start producing that. Uranium. And we should be totally fine with just a little bit of time
By my
there.
calculations, you have improved at least 8 of 10 metrics I've scribbled down on this napkin.
Nice. Aluminum, so we're starting to really get done with a lot of these trade deals and stuff. The EU, we have 80. The Middle East, we have 59. Just continue that along throughout the rest of this mission, and we should be totally A-okay. We can import boats. Let's go and sign that deal. We can import cotton, but that's a huge deal to get done with. Let's do this jewelry one. And also do nickel. I kind of want to do like 100,000, but then again, we don't really need to. We are producing nickel at a hopefully reasonable rate. Uranium, this is a good deal. Cool. Do we have any more open? Yes, we do. We can get more uranium here, and we can even do this rum deal up here. Amazing stuff. So now we should be...
Presidente, news just came in.
Cool. Let's... Oh, we need to build... That's kind of annoying. We have to build the what's it called over here.
Hey, the digitization.
Oh, the other thing's done. Amazing stuff. The Grey Wall, or the pyramids. The pyramids are done.
She cannot take it, Presidente. She needs more power. We have to update the operating system, Presidente, dude. We turned off the automatic update a year ago, then forgot. It may take some time.
Have 50,000 Swiss bank money. That's a lot to ask for. But we are producing a lot of money. So let's change you over to slush funds. All we gotta do is research you. Bank. Slush funds. And then we can start stealing money from the trades that we're doing. So we're in the negative probably because we just imported a bunch of stuff, right? I think. I hope at least. Aluminum. What are we using aluminum for? Why do we take aluminum somewhere? There's a bunch of trade routes finished. Yeah, look at all that stuff we just imported. It's all rather quite expensive, so we're gonna have to wait just a little bit of time here before we can change things up a bit. 690. How much money are we losing a month? Only $5,000 every month. That's not bad. With a couple more offices, we should be a-okay. Vacant jobs. Unemployed. Convict labor. 126,000. That's pretty decent. Let's set up a customs office. This will be a good way to steal a lot of money. Let's put it here. Press play. Before we get too far into the negative, I do also want to set down a cool park.
The Wealth from Health Corporation are slashing the prices of plastic surgery this month. Get the free freaky lip plumping with every nip and tuck.
Something like this before we're buried too far into the negative. Cool. I think that looks pretty good. Then we have another space here, probably for another office is what I'm thinking. So let's try and do this before we run out of money. Cool, cool, cool. Just need more offices, more and more offices. And we need to research the customs office. Already had that done a long time ago, maxed out the budget. And we want to do special tax. Cool stuff. Max out the budget here. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. 163,000. Let's see how much money we get right here. So, like over 1,000. So, that shouldn't take too long. Just made 70k into the positive. Pretty good. And let's go ahead and set up yet another bank. Do this one here. Throw down a park up front. And with all of this money, let's do another office then. And another office. And another office. Cool. And another couple of offices. And maybe a modern apartment or two. We'll probably have to wait just a little bit of time for that because I would way rather have urban development turned on for that. And I would also like to do, yeah, all these apartments are all full. So we definitely need that. And of course this bank here will have on the slush funds upgrade or work mode as well. Yes, this is the one where we're stealing money to our Swiss bank account. Cool. And every trade deal, we get a lot of money for that. Let's max out the budgets on these. Are these still on? No, let's change this to archaeolog or unofficial scavenging site because this gives us money, right? The building generates money for the Swiss
The
bank
citizens
account.
are demanding
Deliver an amazing speech. What's the lowest? Food happiness. But there's nothing we can really do about food happiness. Communist, no one, nothing.
Tropico. Some call it the Valley of the Shadow of Despair. But to me, it is the Valley of the Shadow of my home. Our spirits cannot be broken. So rise, O...
Would any of these be of interest to you? It's all strictly above board, of course.
Woodward Lonely Island. Yeah, having to wait for 50,000 ducats is going to take quite a bit of time. Cool, we just made a lot of money there. And let's do the rest of the world wonders. Let's put the Great Wall. Wow, look at that. I've never made this before. Alrighty, so now we have these done.
The Great Pyramid of Giza arrives.
It is done, Presidente. The trap is baited. Prince Thari's new island is replete with the finest world landmarks money can't buy.
We must hope that he is in the right mood to be blackmailed. He is easily rich enough to buy Tropico if he wants to. Do not fear, Presidente. He is much more likely to hire an assassin. It is the budget option. Okay, cool.
It seems I have stolen major landmarks and placed them on land I apparently own in Tropico. Is this blackmail? What a treat!
I've never been blackmailed before. It is quite the most exciting thing that has happened to me. How am I supposed to play along? I act scared, then concede to your demands. Of course, anything from a most entertaining friend. Consider Wyndham cut off from my oil money from now on. Cool. So there's that. Now we gotta do is wait for this to finish up. And I'm not sure. Let's go to the broker. Can we exchange dollars, knowledge, raid points, college educated immigrants, request, build a theater, unlock slot, oh wow, I didn't really know that. I've never really done any of those. Let's throw down a theater real quick then.
I'm so glad I made...
Cool. So there's that. 80 service quality is pretty decent. Nickel deal is done. Pretty nice. Playback equipment. Cool. And let's just keep on building up new offices. Now I'm hoping that all the new offices we just made, yeah, they're all full, but the more we build on the same work mode, the less effective they're going to be. So let's see consumer as compared to corporate business. Consumer is making more money. And then let's also compare this to official business. So official business is making more money too. So let's make both of these consumer. And then let's make both of these official. So 497, and that's going to bump all of them up. Just making us a bit more money. And look at that. So how much money are we losing every month? I think we're losing way less money every month, which is really, really good for us. Yeah, we're losing way less money. So these offices are already getting us pretty close to a point where we'll be making good money. Very, very, very good. Quite happy with that. Just keep on getting more Swiss bank money. Change constitution topic on topic ecology. Okay. Constitution on ecology. Does he want something specific?
A few opportunities can... Hey there, Prez! Boy, do I feel...
I don't think it matters what exactly we do, as long as we change it. Energy efficient is what we were on. What if we do 0 emissions? Yeah, I mean, why not?
I'm so glad I made...
Another 2,000.
We
Good,
have
good,
word
good.
from the palace officially denying that there are any plans to genetically engineer more compliant citizens. How reassuring.
Why do we lose so much? What's it called with these guys? Relation. Curious. I wonder if it'll show us. The Great Sphinx, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Yeah, they hate that. All these trade routes aren't really helping out. Plus aid trade, praise, historical relations. Yeah, they really hate the fact that we stole all of this, but I mean, whatever. And I believe that was all we needed for an achievement where we have both the Great Sphinx and the Great Pyramids of Giza. So that's pretty cool.
I'm sure the good citizens of...
Oof. China hates us because we stole the Great Wall of China. Makes sense. Iron. So we should probably produce more steel. Ooh, we're actually producing cars. I forgot all about that. Let's change this to hot rolling. Cool. Now we're back up to a pretty good spot where we have a lot of money. So Swiss money. Coal. Let's go ahead and set up at least one more steel mill. Yeah, this video is going to be quite a bit longer, but I just want to make sure that we get it all done.
Close one, Presidente. Apparently, some citizens need to be reminded just how much they love you.
Yeah, I almost kind of don't care exactly how long it takes.
Would any of these be of interest to you? It's all strictly above board.
I just want to make sure that we get there. So this video might end up being like 2 hours long. I'd really rather it not be longer than like an hour and a half, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make it there. So I think that this video is going to have to spill over into, or this mission, it's going to have to spill over into another episode sometime next week if you're keeping up with the daily uploads that I've been up to. But either way, I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to follow along with the rest of the Tropico 6 100% series, then be sure to subscribe. It's coming to an end real soon. Actually, as soon as this mission's over. There might be some multiplayer things that I end up doing. I'm not totally sure. I'll have to give that some more thought. But yeah, if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to follow along with the rest of the series, then subscribe. Peace.